Yes, students, today we will be studying English grammar, figures of speech. So, first of all, please like, share, and subscribe my channel if you haven't done it yet. Next, simile. So, the first figure of speech we will studying is simile. Simile is that part of figure of speech which compares two different things using the words like and as. Okay, here is an example. Zizi is as hungry as a bear. So you can see Zizi's hungerness is compared to that of a bear. How a bear would be hungry to eat some honey or other things, Zizi is similarly very much hungry. So here the word as is used to compare Zizi as well as the bear. So you see in the simile like or as are compulsorily used. Let us see a few more examples to make it clear. You were as brave as a lion in the battle, right? So here the bravery is compared with the bravery of lion using the word as. So whenever you see as or like in the sentence, it is definitely going to be simile. Now let us see the next example. They fought like cats and dogs. Here the fighting between the cats and dog is compared to the fight those people had. That is, here like word compares those people with the cats and dogs. As sweet as sugar. Here as word is used to compare the sweetness of sugar with something else. And here as black as coal. Here also the word as is used to compare the blackness of coal to something else. I hope simile is clear. So whenever you see as or like in the sentence, it is definitely going to be simile. Next, metaphors. Metaphors are the figure of speech which says one thing is another. To compare it that, the poet says one thing is another. For example, let me make it clear. She is a walking dictionary. Actually, here we wanted to tell that she is very much intelligent, that she know all the meanings of the words. So instead of saying that she is as wise as a dictionary, we are saying that she is a walking dictionary. Because the girl is able to walk, and that is why we say she is a walking dictionary, but actually she is not. Her intelligence is going to be compared in this sentence. So would we here did not say that she is like a dictionary, but we said she is a dictionary. So this is the figure of speech in which the comparison happens, but one thing is said to be another. Here no like or as will be used. Here the person is said to be the thing which they are compared to. Let us see few more examples to make it clear. He is a walking encyclopedia. So he has a very much knowledge. So we're gonna say that he is a walking encyclopedia and not using the words like or as. Franklin has a heart of gold. His heart is too good that we are comparing it to gold without using the word like or as. So keep it in your mind that whenever we compare two things without using the word like or as, it is going to be considered as a metaphor. So here camel is the ship of desert. Actually camel is not the ship, but camel is compared to the ship of the desert without using the words like or as. So we can consider it as a metaphor. My neighbor is a dragon. Actually this means that the neighbor is very much dangerous. So neighbor is compared to dragon without using the word like or as. Okay, clear? So metaphor, you can identify that if comparison is done without using the words like and as, then it is a metaphor. And one more thing you should know is, in the metaphor a thing is directly said to be other thing. Okay, next, alliteration. Alliteration is the figure of speech in which the syllable of a word repeats itself. That is, the sound in a line or in a verse, that is the poem lines, repeats itself. Let me give you an example. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Here you can see P, 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 P is repeated. So, this repetition of the similar sound in a sentence or in a verse is going to be considered as alliteration. Let us see a few more examples. She sells on the seashore. It is like a tongue twister. So alliteration is the figure of speech in which the first syllable, you can see yes, 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 and the yes. Okay, so whenever you see a word or a syllable is repeated, syllable means sound of a word. Sir, 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 sir. In this example, the word sh is very much repeated, so it is an alliteration. Next example, Betty bought some butter, but the butter was so bitter, so she bought another butter to make the bitter butter better butter. You can see in this particular example, b is repeated very much times, so it is an example for alliteration. You can keep in mind that alliteration means repetition of sound. Next example you can see here, please put away your paints and practice the piano. Here p is repeated. So whenever you see a repetition in a particular sound, you can say that it is a alliteration. Why will use this? We'll use this to attract somebody's attention. Whenever you say Betty bought some butter, but the butter was so bitter, so she bought another butter to make the bitter butter better butter. So this makes laugh the people and they give attention towards you. So next, personification. Personification, as the name suggests, person. It is the giving of human qualities to the lifeless body or animals. Okay, for example, the stars winked at me. That is the twinkling of stars. You can see? Yes, the twinkling of stars is here said as the stars winked at me. That is winking, our eyes, we wink, right? So the eyes winking is a quality of human, but it is going to be given to the star. That is, the stars winked at me, so it is a personification. Winked yani आँख फड़कना. So this is the winked. So stars twinkling is going to be called as winked, which is a human quality. Next, lightning danced across the sky. Actually, the lightning is very much busy. I mean, it is very active, that it always moves here, there. So that is compared to the dance of the lightning. Actually, dancing is a human quality, but it is given to the lightning. So whenever you see a human quality given to another object or animal, it is personification. My house is a friend who protects me. Having friends is a quality of human, but here it is given to a lifeless body, that is house. He says, my house is a friend who protects me. So this is an personification. My flowers were begging for water. Here the begging is the quality of human, but it is given to the flowers, right? The trees were dancing in the wind. The dance is a quality of human, but it is given to trees. Actually, the trees move in the wind now. That is compared to the dancing. Okay, clear? So the tip for personification is that whenever a lifeless body is given the quality of human, it is a personification. Next, let us move on to the synecdoche. Synecdoche is a figure of speech in which a part of an object is mentioned to indicate the whole, or the whole object is mentioned to indicate a part. Let me clear it, taking few examples. Yes, First sentence, when we come to the first sentence, a part is mentioned to represent the whole. So a part for a whole. You see the first example, all eyes turned in his direction. So it is in the Karna lesson. So what is the meaning of this sentence? All eyes turned in his direction. That means all the members concentrated on him. But here it is not mentioned as members or the peoples. Here a part of the object is mentioned, that is the part of humans who are watching him, that is eyes. All eyes turned in his direction. So this is the part to represent a whole. Okay, and here is the next example, her limbs thrilled. Thrilled is nothing but excited to children's kicks. Okay, so actually only the limbs, that is 2 legs and 2 hands, will not get thrilled, but the whole body will be excited. Okay, so that is why we used a part to represent the whole. And next you can see here the whole for a part, that is we use sometimes whole to represent a part. Let us see the examples. Suppose you are late for the school and the teacher asks you, why are you late? Then your answer would be, the cycle got punctured. No one will say that the tires of the cycle got punctured. Actually, a cycle cannot get punctured. The tires of the cycle get punctured. But we won't say that the tires of the cycle get punctured. We say the cycle got punctured, right? As you can see the B example here. Yes. So B example gives you that answer. The cycle got punctured. It means we are representing whole cycle to indicate a part of cycle, that is the tires, right? So here is the whole object to represent only just a part. Clear? One more example. India won the test match against Australia. Suppose there is a match, cricket match against India and Australia, and India won in that match, and your friend asks you the result. Then what would you say? You would say India won, right? But actually the cricket team of India won, but we say whole India is won, right? India won. That means we represent whole thing to indicate just a part. Here the part is Indian cricket team, but we won't say Indian cricket team won the test match against the Australian cricket team. We say India won, right? So this type of figures of speech in which a part represents a whole or a whole represents a part is the synecdoche. For example, a part for a whole. One more example I'll give you. The father feeds 4 mouths. Okay, in this example 4 mouths are actually not only the mouths. That means its meaning is that the father feeds 4 members, but we do not say 4 people, or we do not say 4 members. We say the father feeds 4 members. That means we are using a part to represent the whole. So that is what here, a part for a whole. So synecdoche is the figure of speech in which a part represents whole or whole represents part. Clear? Yes. Let us do some of the practice by taking the previous year SSLC questions. Yes, here is one more example and question for you. Please pause the video and try to answer it. Okay. I saw new faces in the party. Please pause the video and try it yourself. Okay. Now let us see the answer if we have tried it. The figure of speech is actually synecdoche. Why? Because the man cannot see, the man cannot see only the new faces, but the meaning of the sentence is that he met new persons. Okay, not only the new faces, but he met whole person in the party. the party he met many new people, but he did not say I saw new people in the party. He said I saw new faces in the party. That means a part is used to represent the whole. This is done in the synecdoche. So clear? Yes, let us move on to the next question. Okay, again pause the video and try it yourself. Okay, let us see the answer now. My apple tree will never get across. See, this is the personification, because getting across, that is going from here to there, crossing a boundary, that is called getting across, right? So getting across is the quality of human, but it is given to the apple tree, right? So it is personification. And how can you say it is not the metaphor or simile? It is not simile because no like or as is used, and it is not metaphor because here no comparison is done. Okay, so it is definite, and here no part is also used, so it is not the synecdoche. So it is personification as a person's human's qualities given to the tree. Next, let us move on to the next one. She was an elf in Pinas. So in this particular question, just you pause and try it yourself. Okay, let us see the answer. She was an elf in Pinas. It is also the personification. Now you wonder what is the meaning of elf in Pinas? Elf in Pinas means a small fairy-like boat. Now fairy-like boat, that is, she was an elf in Pinas. In this particular sentence, the quality of fairy, that is a living thing. Okay, fairy can move here from here to there, that is the quality of human, right? So fairy is a human quality that is going to be given to the boat, that is she here refers to the boat. Did you remember in which lesson we saw this? Yes, we saw this in the stolen boat, and it is the personification, right? You have this question in there, extracts. Next, and I sunned it with smiles. Try it. Okay, let us see the answer. And the answer to this particular question is alliteration, because you can see the word sir here as well as here, so it is an example of alliteration. And in this particular question, there is no personification because no human quality is described here, and similarly no simile because no like or as, and similarly not the synecdoche because a part or a whole is not given here. Clear? So it is an alliteration as the word sir is repeated, and I sunned it with smiles, right? Let's move on to the next one. I had a dove and the sweet dove died. Please try it by yourself. Yes, let us see the answer. The answer to this question is also alliteration, because the word the and the repeated itself by 3 times in the sentence. Okay, let us move on to the next. If you cannot just tell that it is alliteration, then just see the options, try to eradicate the options. Okay, so simile, no like or as, so it is not the answer. Metaphor, no comparison is done, so it is not the answer. Personification, no human quality, so it is not the answer. So this is my definite answer. So you can go through this method also to find the answers. Okay, so the answer is alliteration. Next, moving on to this question, please try it yourself. Yes, hope you got it right. The answer to this particular question is personification, because the wheels took up their song. Here singing is the quality of human, but it is given to the wheels. And one more sentence, the carriage groaned. Groaning is the quality of human, but it is given to the carriage. So human qualities are described here, so it is personification. You can go for the eradication method. So this is not, and this is also not the answer. Okay, So personification is my correct answer. Let us move on to the next one. Yes, in dots and pits like the moors of bird's arrow. You have it in your poem, first poem, that is to a pair of Saras crane. You have this sentence. The answer to this question, please try it yourself. It is a very simple one. Yes, the answer to this question is simile. Yeah, I hope many members got it right, because here the word like is used, and I said you that whenever you see like or as in a sentence, you can go for the simile. So the correct answer is simile. Clear? Next, let us move on to the next one. Della's beautiful hair made itself a garment for her. Try it yourself. Okay. So you have this sentence in the third lesson, that is the gift of Maggie. The answer to this particular sentence is yes, it is the metaphor. How you can say that it is metaphor? Yes, because here the comparison is done. Dilla's hair are being Dilla's hair are being compared to, see here, Dilla's hair is compared to what? Yes, Dilla's hair is compared to the garment. When you see the sentence, what did you understand? Dilla's beautiful hair made itself a garment for her. That means her hairs were like a garment, like a cloth. So instead of using the word like, they have just said that Della's beautiful hair made itself a garment for her. So it is a garment for her. So here the direct comparison is done. So it is metaphor. Hope you got it right. Next, I wish you the very good luck in your exams. I hope all of you got the concept well. If you haven't, please try to take more and more examples from the internet and be perfect in this concept. If you have any problems, watch this video again to make the concept clear. Yes, for today's for today it is enough, and in the next videos we'll see few more grammar topics, and for today's session it is enough. Thank you for watching the video.